Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be reviewing the Shelby Raptor. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Young Ford here in Ogden, Utah for giving me some time with this Shelby Raptor. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Powering the Shelby Raptor is a twin-turbo 3.5 liter V6 that puts out 550 horsepower, goes through a 10-speed. There is a V8 version of the Shelby Raptor. Hopefully I'll get a review on that sometime in the future, but that produces 900 horsepower. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see the stripes that go down the center. I think those look really cool, and then I love the venting there on the hood. There's also more that you can see from the driver perspective really well. We've got the marker lights here, the new style of headlights on the F-150 Raptor. You got another marker light there. You can see Shelby down below. We've got parking sensors integrated with this bumper. We also have a light bar as well. And then off to the side, we've got some little light pods there for the fog lights. And it's so cool to see the Fox shocks and everything. It's a really cool setup overall. But yeah, putting it all together, this is an aggressive looking truck from the front end. Now our tire wheel setup is 37 times 12.5 times 18 in the front and over in the rear. And I will say the wheels they put on the Shelby Raptor also really cool looking, and they've got a little bit more of an aggressive offset compared to stock. Now this is lifted a little bit. And then you guys can see the big fender flares that come with the Raptor from the factory. You got the Shelby decal there on the side, and then it says Shelby Raptor Baja there as well. And then we've got the chase rack here at the top with the light bar there, and you can put that up or down depending on if you're using it or not, which is nice. It mitigates wind noise when the system is down. Now I do want to mention this is built off of a 35 package Raptor, so you do have the live valve, but it doesn't have the dual valve. And then we've got the spare tires here in the bed as well, which is really cool looking. So here's the side profile with the truck. It definitely stands out. It has that Baja appearance. And then finishing things out back, you guys can see we've got more lights here in the bumper. And again, this does have an upgraded bumper as well. It looks like the top part it uses from the stock bumper, but then again, the bottom's its own thing, which, yeah. Look at that rear 3/4. Such a cool looking truck. Now popping inside, you do get a custom interior. So this has not been changed, which this actually looks pretty solid with the seats that they've added to it. And I'll show you the front seat because that's a little bit of a better setup to see. So again, the door panel's unchanged, but yeah, look at that. Really cool looking. You got all of your adjustments there on the side. For those of you wondering on payload, 625, all the stuff added to it does decrease the payload. Got the pedals down below as well. And then with these power side steps, getting in is really easy. Just step up, grab the grab handle, pop in. And I like that trim there, the new Raptor. Start it up. So just quickly show you guys, again, this isn't a Raptor review, it's a Shelby Raptor review, but you got the digital gauge cluster, you got a heads-up display, we've got this big infotainment system with a 360 camera system, which is nice, heated and ventilated seats, rear locking differential with an advanced 4-wheel drive system, 2-speed transfer case, all of that. And then, yeah, all this fits in really well, like the new dash design and everything with the Shelby stuff, because before you'd have contrasting elements, but that stitching's pretty close to the red that you have here with the Shelby stuff. Anyways, you get your cool little plaque there that says Shelby Baja, all of that. And then this also has 6 auxiliary switches, lots of them. And then you've got the sunroof up top. And when it comes to pricing with this bad boy Shelby Baja Raptor, it stickers for just over $146,000. Let's see how it performs. Okay, let's take a spin in the Shelby Raptor. This is a really cool truck. I've always loved the looks of these trucks with the chase rack and all of that. And this might sound silly, but like a big part of why this truck looks so cool is the hood, right? Obviously the chase rack and the spare tires in the back and all that add, and the bumpers. But, a lot of people actually do that to their Raptors but they don't, you know, people don't change out the hood, and it does, it's so silly. It might sound so silly to you guys, but it does make a pretty big difference in terms of how this looks. And they do have the other Shelby trucks as well, like the Super Baja and the lifted F-150s and the lower F-150s. So definitely a cool setup. And I will say, this is fun. Suspension on the new Raptor is so comfortable. What they've basically done is they've created a luxury truck in terms of the suspension comfort. And you know, the EcoBoost with the trombone exhaust and all of that doesn't sound too bad. It's actually pretty nice sound overall. Now, I haven't filmed reviews up here in a minute, so I don't exactly have a driving route picked out, but the good thing about Utah is it's grid pattern, so I'll be able to find my way back easily. Hopefully, unless I took a turn down the wrong neighborhood. You never know. But yeah, the suspension is really comfortable. The mud terrains are actually, like, there's so much insulation in the modern Raptor, noise insulation, and then on top of there being a lot of noise insulation, there's also like so much height with this, so you just don't, you're so far away from the tires, you don't really hear them all that much. Like, this is as quiet with these mud terrain tires as most vehicles are with all-terrain tires. Like, it's a pretty big difference. It's a pretty big difference. And I realize that I can't turn here, so we have gone too far. We'll go this way. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Yeah, such a cool sound. You just can't beat that. Looks like I can turn down here. It is a big truck though. Like, I feel like I do not fit in the lanes whatsoever. Sounds great for a V6. It really does. It's better than I thought it would. Come through here. Yeah, and the biggest thing that I'm noticing is there's no downside to the Shelby Raptor in terms of the driving experience. Like, it doesn't impede, it doesn't impair anything, is what I should say. You know, because sometimes you get these modified vehicles and they drive significantly worse than stock. But no, this is pretty similar. I mean, these roads are not great, they're not horrible, but you know, they got some little potholes and unevenness, and it's handling it just fine. I will say though, why are the roads so bad here in Ogden? Like, those are some of the, they're not the worst roads I've seen in Utah, but those are pretty ugly looking. I wouldn't say that it's fast, but I wouldn't say that it's slow either. Gets up to speed just fine, but it's not monstrous. And I think part of my speed perception might be messed up because I have reviewed the Raptor R several times, and it's like, once you drive a Raptor R, it's so hard to go back speed-wise. So, if you happen to, like, not be able to fit a Raptor R in your budget, don't ever drive one. It'll run you. Just drive the EcoBoost, and you'll feel more than happy with it. But yeah, the Raptor R, that one's crazy. So let me guys think about the Shelby Raptor. This is my favorite iteration. Seriously, I think that, and it's so funny, but it's literally just because Ford has changed the trim pieces in the new Raptor, it actually matches up with the Shelby details. Like, look at this. Here's the stitching of the shifter. I mean, it's not the same, but it's close enough that it doesn't bother me. And I'm a detail-oriented person. So let me guys think about the new Shelby Raptor, but I think this thing's a pretty cool rig, and I'm excited to see what the V8 version is all about. And thank goodness for 360 cameras, because this is a big beast.